this is ministry. This is the mission field. In my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to be in this exotic place. But in reality, I'm in Cleveland, Tennessee, but I'm still doing the work that God's called me to do at a young age.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because I think some people, especially after 2020, have a misperception of what police work is. Now, of course, maybe it's different in some ways because it's such a dynamic job for everybody. But I think there is this general kind of total misunderstanding of what police work actually is and what you guys actually do on a regular basis. In fact, somebody told me, and again, this could just be their personal experience of kind of the way that they were a police officer, but they told me that the vast majority of the work that they saw themselves doing and the vast majority of the good that they saw themselves doing had nothing to do with actually arresting people, but it had to do with having people in the back of their car as they were about to drive to take them to the police station to book them, and having those conversations with those people in the back seat, which you never get, especially from the news media, but you just never get from any institution in our society, of what's taking place between that officer and that person in the backseat of the car. And that officer told me that he had some of the most powerful and he felt life-changing conversations with people as they were talking to somebody that they had just arrested. So mission field, when you say that, I really think that's important for people to hear, because they don't, maybe if they don't think for themselves, they think, well, police work is just a bunch of dirty cops who like to brutalize African Americans. But why is it a mission field for you?
Because you're able to serve people. I actually spoke on our local radio station and talked for 9/11, and they're talking about first responders, and first responders really go up and down. Well, when I say first responders, specifically speaking law enforcement, because firemen somehow always become heroes and they stay in that place. But police are heroes one day and they are villains the next. Yeah. And it really depends on what's going on in the news. And so we work really hard, at that perception. And so what I said was, the interesting thing is that on 9/11, if you watch those videos and you see people running in horror away from the Twin Towers, who do you see going the opposite direction? Yeah. Firemen, policemen, EMS. These guys are thinking, I may die. Mm-hmm. I may die, but I'm willing to risk my life for whoever's in that building. I'm if I can save just one. And so while we are looked at villains, there is a part of, this is not just a job. You say, oh, hey, McDonald's is hiring $15 an hour plus $1,000 sign-on bonus. Somebody needs a job, you go there, get it. This takes, the application process takes time, the background takes time, everything about the psychological, the medical. Yep. And then you finally make it to that spot. And then you have to go to the academy, and it's away from your family for 12 weeks. And then you have to go through the FTO program, and then you get released, and then you're scared to death. You're on your first call going, am I making the right decision? Because this is how quick it takes to make a decision, a life and death decision, And so with us, the mission field is serving people. Hey, I want to be here and I'm willing to risk my life. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your lifestyle is. I don't care what your choices are. I'm going to risk my life. Speaking of risking your life, it was probably 3 weeks ago when I heard on the radio, there was a 3-year-old that had stopped breathing. So they sent our officers there. Mm-hmm. And you listen to that call thinking, is it child abuse? Why is that child not breathing? Yeah. And so I'm listening and I heard them giving the information, the child's not breathing and all this. And so as soon as the officers went 1097, which means they're there on the scene, they said, and use respiratory precautions because the entire family has COVID and the child has COVID. Wow. So you can't be like, whoa. I had no idea. Yeah. No, I'm not going to that house. But that's a threat right now to our officers.
That officer's getting COVID.
Yes. So you go in that house and you're expected to perform CPR on that child if that child's not breathing. Yep. And then you get off shift and you go home and you shower and you kiss your wife and you hug your children. And so what? You can't say, no, I'm not going in there because someone's shooting. I can't go in there because someone has COVID. They are answering these calls where people are dying. Mm-hmm. And you have no idea what you're stepping into.
You can catch brand new episodes of Indie Thinker with Reed Huberman every Monday and weekly bonus episodes to keep you thinking throughout the week. But you have to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when new episodes drop. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like this video and share it with friends.